Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. This is your man Nico Bean with the steam. Good afternoon, y'all. Uh, it's a nice Sunday. I got some stuff to get off my chest because I've been reading some stuff from not only what they've come out with Chadwick Boseman saying. Well, they said that Chadwick Boseman pushed for Black Panther 2 to move on without him. Last time I checked, I did not know we could talk to people that were dead. Yeah. So, we got a lot of stuff to unpack today. Um, One of the things that I've been reading through is one article is that actors paid tribute to Chadwick Boseman 2 years after his death. Now, I'm saying verbatim, this is what's been coming out for the past couple weeks. This one is from Savannah Sanders on August 28th, 2022. And it's just a whole lot of stuff that I'm seeing that people are just coming out saying anything. And they're getting stuff published left and right. And so, one thing that I will say, I have pondered, I have prayed, I've thought about a whole bunch of things when it comes to this movie. And I'll start off like this. This is outside of MCU stuff. I enjoyed watching The Woman King. And the way that they hyped up that movie and the way that they portrayed it, they made a subtle, I don't say subtle, they actually said that there are other ways, and I am spoiling a little bit of The Woman King. They said that there are ways to be relevant without having to sell off our own people. And I will say John Boyega did a good job of playing the king. He has given me sort of a mild feeling of him playing T'Challa. All I know is that there are certain things. Well, one, his accent. His accent is really well, and I do believe he could play T'Challa. I will say that. When it comes to the story and how they portrayed that story, it was a thing where it made you think about certain things, and you kind of called certain things when you watched the movie. Because I called a couple things when I saw the main character, which is a little girl who is 19 years old, and the commander of the Agoge, which is basically the Dahome's woman army, and the way that they added certain things to the aspect of the story, it really did tell the story in itself. And I did like that the general, who Naniska, who is the general of the Agoge, she had the ear of the king, and they do have a title called Woman King, hence the reason for the movie. But anyway, back to recast the T'Challa things. August 19th, Aaron Mur a Clarinel. I'm butchering the name, but Chadwick Boseman joins Disney Hall of Fame with Legends honor. During D23, and this is my D23 video. This is an old video. I should have made this before, but I was too busy getting money. They had his brother accept the reward that they gave him for becoming a legend in their realm of actors. And the way that the speech that he had, the speech was literally throwing signs left and right saying, y'all see what the recast T'Challa movement is doing towards y'all need to recast him and honor the legacy that my brother put out. He did this because he knew the significance of the role of T'Challa, and not only was he fighting, he was fighting cancer for 4+ years. At the moment that you guys casted him in 2016 for Captain America Civil War, he didn't tell you because one, it was his business. But the way that he said that a king and a queen is required to raise a king, that's exactly what it takes for you telling a story about a black man, even if it is fictional. And yes, there are things you can tweak there now and then, but there are certain lines you do not cross. One, me personally, you're disrespecting everything that Stan Lee put into place back in the 60s because this is when this character came out. And the funny thing is, it's funny how God works. Chadwick Boseman was born 10 years after this character came out. And the entire time that Chadwick Boseman was alive, we all know that he played nothing but significant black roles that was literally put in, well, I'm not saying put in, but it was in the category of historical black characters that are related to the black history of America. And even though his career ended on him playing the very first black superhero, I do believe that it was a stamp on his career. Signed, sealed, whatever you want to say. And for us to not recognize that Chadwick Boseman was an actor of his time, almost like he was a legacy actor. And the reason why I said it is because Denzel Washington paid for his entire tuition for a summer at, what was it? What's the college? Oh, shoot. It's knocking on me. But, Harvard. Yeah, Harvard. So, no, not Harvard. Jesus, what am I saying? But anyway, so he paid for him to have his tuition for whatever, I forgot the college that he'd had. But the whole entire thing I'm saying is this. Chadwick Boseman, we all love him. We know he's passed on. You honor this man by giving him an award, close, almost like an Emmy, a posthumous Emmy, or not sorry, posthumous Oscar. And you have a powerful tribute, they say, was to Chadwick Boseman. It was fitting for Disney for giving such a high honor to the late Chadwick Boseman, especially after the actor's impactful contributions, not just to the House of Mouse, but to the global community as well. In the past 2 years, there's been no shortage of tributes to Boseman. Well, there have been shortage of stuff. Well, we all know that they should have recast. We all know that Letitia Wright, who recently came through and did an interview with, who did she do an interview with? She did an interview with, I think, hold on, I'm going to look at it right here. Let's see. Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. So, Letitia Wright did an interview with Letitia Wright. No, not Buffoni. Letitia Wright. No, Letitia Wright. So, Letitia Wright recently said that in her direct response to someone asking her why they did not, well, not write it in, did not recast, the specific person that asked her why, no, I'm sorry, what was her response to the recast of T'Challa movie and those who believe that Disney should, believing that Disney should have recast T'Challa. She said that, and I'm quoting verbatim here, She said that we all don't understand the pain that they went through for not casting, but filming this movie and moving on without Chadwick Boseman. And the BS article that came out was that Chadwick Boseman pushed for Black Panther 2 to move on without him, said Star. And that one was said by the playlist. Yeah, that's right. The playlist interviewed Letitia Wright, and in that, she said that Chadwick Boseman pushed for them to move on without him. So let's see the timeline that was set. 2016, he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. Well, I'm sorry, stage 3, either 3 or 2. It progressed during the filming of not only Civil War, you have Infinity War, then you have, Black Panther, the movie itself, 2018. And that same year, Infinity War came out. Then in 2019, Endgame came out. So throughout that whole entire slew of films that he did, and he was signed on for Black Panther 2 and 3, which was in his contract. He was not able to fulfill that contract because, as we know, he passed away in 2020, in August of 2020. So, with that being said, he died prior to filming for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I don't know what their plans were. I'm pretty sure their planning was to have Namor introduced in this movie because they are doing Secret Wars, as we know, via San Diego Comic-Con 2022. And as we all know, if you read comics, actually, T'Challa is a part of the group who are trying to, per se, prevent the incursions of different Earths colliding with each other. And Letitia Wright came out and said that Chadwick Boseman pushed for Black Panther 2 to be done without him, knowing that he passed away soon. And this one right here from the direct says, Chadwick Boseman support for Black Panther 2. Black Panther Wakanda Forever star Letitia Wright spoke with the playlist about the late Chadwick Boseman's support for Marvel continuing with the franchise through his battle with cancer. When asked if there was a moment where she became comfortable moving forward, interesting. When asked if there was a moment where she became comfortable moving forward, Wright looked back to how much she struggled with losing Boseman, who she saw as a brother. According to Wright, once Ryan Coogler heard Chadwick give him that gentle push forward to continue working on the sequel, he began to feel that it was bigger than everybody involved, feeling confident that everyone was making the right decision. This is the playlist now. Black Panther was a huge, huge hit, and then with the passing of Chad, that was something where people were kind of wondering how Marvel will continue. As somebody involved in the project, was there a moment where you were comfortable, where you were like, okay, they know what they're doing, Ryan knows what he's doing, and this is going to be great? Wright responds by saying, I always knew that everybody knew what they were doing. I felt that. It was hard for me to imagine being on set without my brother. It was something that I was battling for like months. And the confidence that Ryan felt, he heard Chadwick give him that gentle push forward to continue. And the way that Ryan would express that was bigger than all of us. And Chad would have wanted us to continue really encouraging me. So yeah, I have so much confidence. I love Ryan. He's a big advocate for my dreams and my goals for my talent. He believes in me so much, and to have someone on my side like that means a lot to me. So I can't wait for you guys to see the film and how we honored Chad in a beautiful way. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. And the confidence that Ryan felt. So Ryan Coogler just said that he felt Chadwick Boseman tell him in his ear, like his spirit says, go ahead, keep going. Why would you make a whole entire... Jesus, Lord have mercy. why would you make a whole entire article saying Chadwick Boseman said for them to move forward with this film when the man is dead? I mean, I know there are certain things when people think that they heard voices and they think that they're talking to people that are dead. Um, we got receipts where Chadwick Boseman said that he wants other people to play the character that he's played. Like, come on now. This is way, way, way bigger than all of us. And yes, he was right. This is bigger than us because Chadwick Boseman took on this role in a sense where he knew the significance of it. It was created way before he was born. It had so many stories to where not only is he facing racial oppression, but he's facing global oppression as well from different countries. And what you're saying from this one, and even going away from the whole T'Challa thing, Wakanda is now being attacked verbatim from different countries that want their resources. The whole of Africa, in the real world standpoint of things, has been drained of their entire resources from different countries. The French, England, all of Europe, Spain, coming after Africa for the resources. Even to this day, we literally have white folks that are born out of Africa, and they're saying, "Oh, we are African." Okay, that was my bias, and I digress. That was a little harsh, but hey, that's the real world that we're living in. And so, we're saying from a fictional standpoint that you're having the country itself, and you guys, I think I saw where there's a little bit of a tidbit that was shown during D23 with Wakanda Forever, where they literally said that the king is dead. Wakanda does not have his own protector anymore. You just gave the green light for not only Doom, Namor, all the other countries that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that want that particularly strong metal, which is vibranium, to come and take that from them and use it against them potentially. You're literally throwing Wakanda to the streets, to the dogs, saying we don't care about this character, we don't care about the country. Yeah, we're gonna uplift these women. We're gonna say that we don't have any strong black characters anymore, strong black male characters for that point. We're just gonna make everybody, oh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna mourn. We're gonna mourn the fictional character because the real life actor died. If if Professor X, the man who played Professor X, was to die tomorrow, and we all know that Professor X is supposed to be at the MCU soon, what you gonna do? You gonna race swap him with Giancarlo Esposito, or what you gonna do then? You be like, oh, we don't know what to do. We want to honor the guy who played him by killing off Professor X. Do you know how many people would look at you as stupid as the people that in Recast the T'Challa movement would look at you now? Because basically you're saying, okay, we're gonna tie this actor down to this one character. We're gonna make sure he can't be played by anybody else. Nobody's gonna be able to widen their array of acting per se, and we're just gonna leave it at that. That just not only tells us how lazy when it comes to trying to find somebody to play a character that has been around for a long ass time. You're just saying the hell with it. So that's one thing. When it comes to the video game, we all thought that the Black Panther video game would be where you play T'Challa. So now we have it to where there's a whole group that is involved with the not only Black Panther, but it's gonna be a Captain America game. So and it's set in World War II. So we have that. We have wow. And if I'm correct, T'Chaka was the one that fought during World War II. Yeah, T'Chaka fought in World War II. Well, oh no, hold on. Am I wrong? Let me see here. T'Chaka fought with Captain America. Yeah, it had to. T'Chaka fought in. Hold on. Yeah, T'Chaka. Yeah, yep, so much. So, yep, yep, I'm correct. T'Chaka fought with Captain America in World War II, and I don't know any other characters that were significant back then besides the Howling Commandos and some other characters that were in there with Bucky being his sidekick. Um, you had Peggy Carter. You had a whole slew of characters that were in there with Captain America during World War II. The only significant piece, which was significant, was T'Chaka, who was the leader of Wakanda before T'Challa, of course, because T'Chaka is his father. He gifted Steve Rogers with a vibranium shield. Hence, the reason why Captain America is so solely tied to Wakanda, and he goes back because he asked for help because he has a good relationship with Wakanda, and they're the only white person that they let in the whole entire country. And so, I'm gonna end the video on this. D23, you had Disney honor Chadwick Boseman finally. I mean, not finally, but they had a whole bunch of other things on the campus, the Avengers campus, where they had a whole picture with Chadwick Boseman and honoring him via that way. You have him in this movie, well, his face and his likeness in this movie. You have him saying that his character is dead. You have T'Challa dead. So you're saying that T'Challa's dead. You have his arch nemesis slash anti-hero Namor coming to the fray for the very first time, and even the old school comics say that Namor was part of the Howling Commandos and fought in World War II with Captain America. You have that being done, and shout out to Theo Butler. He is one person that I admire and I follow. Um, I was just watching one of his videos before I made this one, and I'm being honest. I'm not reading the current run for Black Panther because all I need to know is that one, they're messing with his sexual identity. They're messing with the way the country looks at him. They're blaming everything on T'Challa when yet he was the one that was trying to prevent things from happening. And even with this current movie, in 2019, we saw T'Challa brought back from being dusted. And at the end of the movie of Endgame, he was with his family. So we go from T'Challa being alive to you can't really explain this other than the real life counterpart of Chadwick Boseman being dead and passed away. You're saying that T'Challa dies, and from the recent reports from way back months ago, we're saying that he dies from an unknown illness, even though he was reborn. I don't say reborn, but brought back with the heart-shaped herb and thrown through his veins. So we're saying that the heart-shaped herb is really just made for combat. You can heal fast, you can do this, that, and the third, but when it comes to illness, that's where the line is drawn. So I have another video coming. I am going to see the Woman King again. I'm gonna be making my spoiler review for that one, and I'll try to pinpoint names, actresses, and whatnot. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Recast the Charles Soldiers. We got a lot of work to do, and I'm proud and I'm glad to be a part of the band. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring, and I love y'all. Be safe.